Hi, and welcome to My Otome, where we talk about Japanese dating simulations and visual novels. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Tiana, and we are still talking about Bought by the Baddest Bidder.
By the Baddest Bidder.
Oh, wait, damn. Kissed by the Baddest Bidder. And we're on. Who are we on?
Bob.
Yeah, a sequel. Don't even know what characters we're talking about anymore. So, episode one, you're at a cafe with Sakio, and you're getting sweets, and she asks you about Baba because you're openly in a relationship with Baba by the sequel, and people actually care about your relationship for once.
Okay.
And she asks you guys if you guys go on dates because I don't know. You would just assume naturally people are going on dates if they're dating, but okay.
Yeah, like it's in the title.
Yeah. You guys haven't because Baba's been gone the whole month and y'all have only been dating for 2 months. So your whole relationship has just been him being gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Sekio thinks that you guys are in a rut, but Baba does text you all the time and calls. I mean, he does all the good boyfriend stuff and texts and calls you, but she's like, "Are you guys going through some stuff already? You should be in the honeymoon stage."
Girl, shut up. It sounded like a home wrecker. Shut up.
Like a pure home.
Exactly. Like, he's just away right now.
Like he's not even in the country. How are we going through a rut?
Exactly. Like, there's no opportunity to go through.
So then she compares Baba to Lupin again, and then shows you a video of Baba in Paris. And then she was like, "Lupin looks a lot like your boyfriend," and you're like, "It's just the real clothing. It's just they're wearing the same suit. It's not the same person." And she's like, "Nobody really wears that bright red suit."
They're in Paris. You don't know. They don't know. People are weird.
That's a very unique suit that he's wearing.
And you have a very unique opinion. Back off.
So you're also wondering who the hell is videotaping this man? Because like, what are you doing?
Probably one of his stalkers.
Yeah, Ayase and
Sorry.
Ayase ends up in the video as well because he ran all the way to Paris to get Baba. Yeah, never beating those allegations.
Nope. Nope. Never ever.
Yeah, Baba gets away. Of course, he didn't get arrested. And as he's running away, he ends up bumping into this blonde chick and helps her up. And you're like, ugh, what does he think he's doing? Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Like, what? The jealousy is unmatched, unreal.
It really is. Like I've never seen such pure jealousy.
And the thing is, Baba wasn't even doing anything bad. He was helping somebody up.
Exactly. The only issue was that it was a woman.
It's like when he was telling the teenagers, you guys are too pretty to lose your boyfriends over a curse. Like,
I-
why do you think why do you think your man's going to get with teenagers?
Exactly. This woman has no faith in her man.
None. So then Sakio is like, he's such a gentleman, and you're like, but he's a womanizer, so it doesn't matter. He shouldn't be doing that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is why I'm just like,
Hating him. Break up.
the thing is, I feel like this whole storyline is just emotional cheating going on and just shows that they do not need to be in a relationship right now.
It seems like she has a lot of insecurities that she just has never resolved. And she's taking them out on Baba.
And then also, like, she has this image of Baba that's not real
Yeah.
and refused to let go of it because if he doesn't fit that image of him in her mind, she just can't handle the fact that he's like a decent person. Yeah, but a few days later, as you're cleaning your room with Chisato, Baba shows up in your room in the hotel uniform.
Aw.
And at the moment, Chisato had went to another floor and he already knew, like, how much time you guys had before she showed back up. And so, because you guys had like 5 minutes. He clocked that you guys had 5 minutes exactly, and he was like, she's gone. She went to the next floor to go get some linens. so we have 5 minutes to talk.
I thought he was gonna be like, we can have a quickie. I'm a 1 minute wonder. Let's go.
Yeah, Baba makes out with you, but he does slip some chocolate in your mouth.
While making out with you?
Yeah, and then he disappears and Chisato comes back.
He's got supernatural or something. Like, I cannot.
I don't understand it either.
Like, how did he know exactly 5 minutes? Like, do they have cameras in all of the rooms?
I don't know either. I mean, I wouldn't put it past having cameras in all the rooms just because Isaac, but
True.
Isaac's a fucking weirdo.
Exactly.
You complain that Baba neglected you because he was gone for so long.
Doing his job?
The job that you said you would be with him for, despite the fact that you know he's going to have to do a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of thievery.
Not only that, but like, he was texting and calling you regularly. He was on top of that. And you're over here like, you neglected me. Girl, get your act together. You should not be.
It's giving pick me.
It really is. It really is.
Pick me, choose me, but you're already been picked.
Exactly. Like, what more do you want?
So, after work, he tells you that, he belongs to you and only you because he needs to reassure you again.
I'm so fed up with her already. I don't think I can make it through the sweet. Give me a minute. I don't think I can make it through the sequel already.
And then you bring up the blonde from France.
The blonde.
Yeah, and he's confused. He's like, who? Who are you talking about? And then you explain to him that you saw the video, and Baba tells you that he couldn't just leave. She fell because of him, and that, and then you start bringing up hypotheticals like, what if you got arrested because you helped her? And Baba was like, I'd do it again. It goes against my ideas not to help her, but I am dedicated to you.
It's sad how much Baba has to be like, look, I'm only into you. I am with you, no one else. Like, I just helped her.
Yeah, and it's sad that you want him to compromise his ideals for you.
Not just his ideals, it's also his morals. Like, you're over here playing, Miss Moral Queen with, you shouldn't steal, it's illegal. But when he helps someone because he knocked them down on accident, you're all of a sudden like, what? No. No, that's not allowed.
Arrested.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So what? He gets arrested. It's Baba. He'll break out.
Exactly. And then you bring up how he was gone for a month and you were lonely. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he tries to kiss you, but, fucking cockblock Ota comes in.
Of course. That man is too horny to be around everyone.
And you guys are in the lounge, so I mean it's not Ota's fault this time.
This time. It's not like he broke into the room numerous
like the other times.
Yeah.
All the other dudes come trailing in behind him because turns out Baba had called them up there anyways. He's the reason why they were all there, and he's like, we're gonna have another auction. I've got lots to sell. And then Miss Morality comes back in, and she gets mad that they're having another auction because they have no guilt about the auctions at all. And the main prize for the auction this time is like the right to compete for treasure.
Treasure?
Yeah.
I want treasure. Add me in that pie. I don't care what it is.
Baba ends up winning the big prize, and he paid $5 million for it. Yeah. He paid $5 million for the right to compete.
Baba.
Money.
Oh, how rich? How rich is rich? Because at this point, like, they have no limits. They have no limits. Anything they want, they get. They don't care how much it is. They just throw money.
Yep. So, $5 million for a chance to solve a code and get $50 million back if he solves it. But if he doesn't solve it, he gets nothing.
Which means he lost out on $5 million.
Yeah. Episode 2. I'm still not over the fact that you got mad at him for helping a girl and then got mad again about the auctions and have no don't feel any guilt about doing them.
I can't either because like it literally circles back to, yeah, screw your morals, but you have to follow my morals.
Exactly.
Like you're telling me if you ran into a child and they fell, you wouldn't help them up? I mean, I'd laugh and then help them up, but
Not if it's a girl.
that, apparently, if it's a little 4-year-old girl, apparently Baba can't help her because it's a
Because
girl.
apparently he's going to try to get with her.
Apparently, apparently Baba's a pervert. You guys heard it here first.
So episode 2, you're going to Italy! Yay! But you're not happy about the trip to Italy.
Let me guess. I have to work.
No, because you're actually getting like a month off from work for your break. Yeah.
Isaac really sets up his people. Like he's over here like, y'all get a month's break.
Yeah.
A month. I'm sorry. I wouldn't care how much I'm being run ragged by the 52 floors. I'm gonna work my butt off for that 1 month.
The thing is, Isaac's not a bad odor. And I don't know why MC keeps trying to make him out to be like this crappy odor.
Exactly. And I'm sorry, but if the owner was telling me, like, you don't have to work this day, like, just do whatever or come with me somewhere, I'm going. I'm dipping. I'm gonna be like, okay, where are we going? What we
And
doing?
the thing is, she gets time off every time her boyfriend asks for her to get time off.
Is it paid time off?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care, but I'd care if my pay. Wait, no, I'm dating a rich man. I don't care.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'd care when my paycheck comes in, but at the same point in time, I'd be like, hey, I want that.
And they would give it to you.
Exactly.
So far, everybody so far has been like super rich.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway,
Yeah. You're not happy because everybody else is also going to Italy, and they're all going to Italy for various reasons. They're not coming to Italy with you, like as in like this is going to be like a group project thing. They're just all going to Italy at the same time because they're like, Baba's going to Italy to like do this code. You're going with Baba because it's a vacation for the both of you guys. And everybody else is like, hey, since you guys are going, we're gonna go too.
yeah. And I mean, like, might as well, because I have no doubt they have like a private jet or something that they were gonna
Yeah,
use, and they were like, why is he the only one who gets to go?
because I'm like, I mean, Isaac's willing to let you guys on the private jet to go to Italy with him.
And
Everybody else is getting on it.
I have different like itineraries. Like, not everyone is just gonna be hovering around.
Yeah, they're not even going to hang out with you. They don't even want to hang out with you because they always feel like it's third wheeling.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because they find her annoying, and I was about to be like, oh,
Everybody, yeah, but everybody has a reason except Mamoru. Mamoru is coming because Baba just said he's coming. Yeah.
okay.
Baba's like, you're gonna come with us. And he's like, I don't really want to go. He's like, you're gonna come.
Baba's over here like, you man, you're mine, man.
But Osha's going because he has an interview with, like, Italian artist. Isaac is hotel scouting for, like, a new location.
Mhm.
And he's also there to see Bucci, our Italian mobster.
Let's go, Bucci,
Yeah, he's back.
with your
And so
daughter.
Sori's going, huh?
That's the one with the psycho daughter, right?
Yeah, Carolina. Uh-huh. That is another good thing about us reading Isaac's story and then reading Baba's.
We know why he's there.
Yeah. Sori's also going because of Bucci as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the reason why everybody else is going. So you're upset they're just gonna be there.
So you're upset for no reason.
Exactly. Baba ends up not flying on the private jet because you wanted to fly commercial and you didn't want to put Isaac out, even though Isaac offered.
Even though Isaac's going anyway.
Mm-hmm. But you're just happy that Baba's going to fly commercial with you.
You're not gonna be happy when you see all the other women on that plane. At least you would have known on the private jet. It would have just been other men.
Other men that you trust. Well, you don't really trust them, but at the same time, you trust them.
Yeah. The only one you got to worry about is Ota trying to steal you or your man. Honestly, it's a
Yeah.
he's which one he's gonna steal.
So, after you guys land the plane, you guys watch a movie about a love story between a princess and a reporter that ends with them breaking up and causes because they can't overcome the differences of their standings, and you get emotional and sad about it. Baba, on the other hand, he gets pissed off. He gets pissed off about the whole story, and he's like very cold and calculating about it, and says the reporter was careless and made the princess suffer because he knew she wouldn't give up her title to be with him, and he just kind of like has this whole mindset that you shouldn't like fall in love with someone if you're going to make them unhappy.
You know what? He's cooking. Let him cook.
I mean, he's got a point, but he's also projecting.
He very much is. But let him cook because he's got something to say.
He's right. He's definitely right. But at the same time, he's not right in the course of that situation in his own situation.
Yeah.
Like, the whole overall general idea, correct. He's cooking.
Yeah. But
so
in
then,
the specific scenario.
Yeah. And then Baba abruptly ends the conversation, and you start asking him if he's speaking from experience, and then he claims that it would never happen in real life because he doesn't want to talk about it.
Don't blame him.
So then you guys, on your first day, you guys go to all the places that you saw in the movie because you asked to go to those places. You guys go to like the Spanish Steps in Rome.
Okay.
You got blisters because you wore heels.
While sightseeing?
Yeah.
Aren't you so smart?
Yeah. Baba does treat your blisters, and then he gives you a little Cinderella moment while you're waiting for him, while he's going to get like food for y'all. Some Italian dude tries to like take you to a secondary location.
Not the secondary location.
I don't understand what they see in you. I'm not understanding what all these men keep trying to get with you for.
Maybe you're good for human trafficking because of how dumb.
I mean, you are good for being in a cult. Because when I was reading I'm reading Mamoru's story, and you're already giving into the cult's ideals by chapter 5.
Girl, we need to have a conversation with the MC.
And you had only been there for like 2 weeks.
Girl! Anyways, back to Baba. Let's not spoil too much of Mamoru.
I mean, I was just thinking about that. I was like, dang. I know anybody can be like manipulated by a cult, but 2 weeks?
At least have a little more sense.
Crazy. And the craziest part is that Mamoru's with you and telling you they're bad people every single day.
And you're just here like, but hear me out. I can change him. I can change him.
Yeah, but Ayase waves the dude off. Because, of course Ayase's there.
Of course, he needs to follow his man.
And when Baba comes back...
you and Ayase must really get along because you both have jealousy issues. You both are on top of that man.
For real. And then Baba comes back, sees Ayase, and Ayase asks if Baba's here to see her. Quotation marks. Her. Yeah.
I thought Ayase was a dude.
Ayase's asking if Baba is here to see her. If he's here to see someone else.
Who's her? Oh, his ex.
Yeah.
Why would he bring his girl? Ayase! Why would he bring his girlfriend to go see his ex?
I don't know. This is Baba we're talking about.
Me? Okay.
So, episode 3. That night you all go to the client's house, and the code is in the will of the client's dead brother. And one of the clients is named Herbert, and he's like he's really young while his wife is like 50, 60 years old.
He's getting that bag. Let him get it. Listen.
And of course, Isaac and the rest of them all have something to say under their breath.
Of course. Because
they're all like, what is this young dude doing with this old biddy?
This old bitty Isaac.
To paraphrase,
To pair of
he was much meaner about it.
no.
And that's when the niece Cynthia comes out. Baba drops his teacup. Cynthia is flustered, and she starts introducing herself to everybody in Japanese. Ota's surprised because he's like, "We didn't know you could speak Japanese because we've been insulting your auntie here in Japanese."
Oates is over here like, did you hear anything?
Yeah.
It's like that one meme from that new Trolls movie. The better question is, are you a narc?
Baba's quiet like the whole conversation the rest of the time. You're weirded out by it, and even while they're shit talking, Dorothy and Herbert's love for each other, Baba has not said a word. Because usually Baba's the first one to come to defense for any kind of love
Yeah,
story,
because he's a
even
hopeless.
even if it's between someone in their early 20s and some old ass bitch. She is a bitch. I'm not just saying that just because she's old.
No, I know. I figured as much.
Yeah. So, as you guys are leaving, Cynthia comes up to Baba and they start chatting. Isaac fills everybody in on the fact that they dated back in the past 10 years ago. And Soru is like, they are terrible wingmen. Cause Soru's over here like he looks serious with her, even more serious than he ever looked with you. Mamoru claims that Baba looks totally different with her than he does with you, and you're just kind of awkwardly standing there.
They're really preying on y'all's downfall.
For real. You try to act like you're okay with this whole thing, and Isaac's like, don't force yourself to be okay. Don't force like don't force yourself to like this.
Mm.
And they start to leave, and you get the option to stay and wait for Baba or leave with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
And of course, because you don't do confrontation and you don't do actually communicating, you decide that you're going to leave with the rest of the guys.
I bet you, how much you know, I don't. But I want to bet you she's going to get mad at Baba for not leaving with them.
Later that night, you're upset that Baba isn't back yet.
I told you! I'm tired! Let's go! Okay.
And you think you should have stayed with Baba now until you hear a knock on the door. That knock on the door is not Baba, it's Ota. And he barges into your room, and Ota is like suddenly coming on to you and telling you that he's fond of you, and if you chose him, he would have bought you. This was very icky. This whole situation was just very icky. He asks you if you think he's careless and conceited, and he tells you he's not a nice person at all, and he has no problem sleeping with someone else's girlfriend.
But Baba's your bestie.
And then he starts laughing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not that desperate."
So this was a whole prank?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't believe it's actually a prank.
I don't either.
Just because he saw your negative reaction to it and was like, let me just say it's a prank.
Yeah, no, and like every time that I've realized they have a pattern. Whenever they say I'm not that desperate, they really end up sleeping with you. I'm not saying Baba's gonna end up sleeping with you, but that shows like they are desperate.
Yeah. He's trying.
He's trying hard.
And then he tells you that he did this. You actually no, he doesn't tell you, but you kind of infer that he did this to try to cheer you up.
That's one messed up way to cheer someone up.
Yeah, and then he does take you on a midnight date to the Trevi Fountain.
So it's okay for you to go out with Ota while Baba's not around, but when Baba is in a completely other country, it's not okay for him to help someone up?
Yeah. See, this is why I said this storyline is like a lot of emotional cheating. It's not actual cheating.
Yeah.
And then you try to and then they try to frame it as just them trusting each other.
I'm not here.
Turns out Ayase is also there sightseeing, but he lost his glasses again.
Okay, Velma Dinkley, calm down.
So you give him his glasses, and he declares that it's fate that you're the one to find his glasses for the second time, and then he declares that you are his goddess now.
Didn't he already declare that? What's this man and goddesses?
Yeah, and you are the only one he has eyes for now.
Whoa, whoa, man, calm down. You're cheating, dude. Ayase, you're cheating on Baba.
And I'm just here like, because I found your glasses, bro. I should have been in love with the clown who was at the haunted house I went to when I dropped my glasses. So
I mean, I guess you
Oda,
gave him his eyes back, so.
true. Oda cockblocks and says that he's on a date with you, and Ayase does offer to take you to like a ballet and a dinner.
Why does everybody want you? You're not desirable.
Yeah. Suddenly, Baba shows up, and he pulls Ayase away from you, and starts stares. He stands protectively in front of you, and tells everyone that you're his girlfriend, not theirs. Episode 4. Ayase's shocked that you're actually dating Baba, and he kind of breaks down. Yeah, he breaks down crying. And
Wait,
then he tells Baba to make you happy. For you.
I don't think that's true. I think it's because he lost Baba. He's gay.
And then he tells Baba to make you happy.
He will when he puts his dick in her.
He's already been doing that.
I know, but like, apparently he needs to do it more. I think she's just sexually frustrated at this point.
Yeah. But, yeah. So he leaves to go drink off his broken heart.
Womp womp. Okay.
Yeah.
Drown yourself.
He's just an alcoholic. Let's just be for real.
He's just finding excuses.
Yeah, he just needs an excuse to be an alcoholic. So, Baba tells you about the superstition of throwing 2 coins in the Trevi fountain. And if you throw 2 coins in the fountain, you stay together forever.
Aww.
And he apologizes for leaving you alone.
You're the one who left him.
Yeah, he apologizes for leaving you alone because he went to go talk to his ex. Because that's who he was talking to, Cynthia.
Until midnight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a jealous person. However, if you're out talking with your ex until midnight, there's a problem.
That's why I said this is just an emotional cheating. An emotional cheating sequel, which is just framed as trust.
I don't like it. I'm not here for it. Baba, do better.
Yeah. The coins go into the fountain, and then Baba finally tells you about Cynthia, who he met 10 years ago. She helped him escape from her house because on the condition that she would spend the night and talk to her. Yeah, that's what happened 10 years ago.
He was one lonely bitch.
Yeah. They instantly fell in love because he was a free spirit and she had strict parents. And she had strict parents and was honest. They were supposed to elope, but he doubted their relationship, hesitated, and got caught and ended up breaking his promise. And then he left her for good.
Dang.
Yeah. So, them catching up was him just apologizing to her and congratulating her on her engagement. Yeah. So that was them talking.
Why did that take hours upon hours?
I don't know. I guess he had a lot to say. I mean, it's been 10 years. And this is the first time he has seen her in 10 years.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So, you were about to tell him that you saw Cynthia making out with somebody else who was not her fiance at the Spanish Steps.
What?
Yeah. But you get interrupted by Baba because he's like, I made you feel insecure again. And he gets really upset. He apologizes, reminds you that you're his one and only. And you tell Baba that you trust him. Despite the fact that you were doing the same exact thing.
Literally.
Because you're out there on a date with Ota.
And you were just offered a date with Ayase.
Yep. And then y'all have a tender and soft night.
Who
the next day?
Making out with?
Huh?
Who the hell was Cynthia making out with? I want the tea. I need.
The next day, Baba plans to go to the mansion and do research, but everybody teases him and think that he's just going to go see Cynthia. And you're like, I trust him, but not really. So Baba tells you he doesn't want to make you come along with him all day, and he just wants you kind of to enjoy your trip because you're on vacation. It makes no sense to force you to come to this person's house every single day instead of actually seeing Rome.
Well, yeah, but then he's gonna have to deal with you being all grumpy and pissy because he wasn't with you.
But mind you, he's also there for work.
Right.
Yeah. And everyone's mad about how boring and healthy y'all's relationship is.
It ain't healthy. Let me
It's definitely not healthy.
quite the opposite.
So Carolina stalked Aizuke and Soru and then drags them off to go shopping.
Okay.
Mamoru dips out. So Ota takes you sightseeing around Rome.
Again,
Yeah. Again.
how convenient that he was the only one left.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So you and Baba end up seeing Cynthia and Cynthia and Baba. Wait, you and Ota ends up seeing Cynthia and Baba going into a back alley. Ota assumes that Baba's cheating, and you guys start following them because of course. I don't like how you immediately have believed Ota on the cheating aspect, especially since it's coming from someone who just plotted to steal you away from Baba the night before.
Exactly. And also, if you suspected that Baba was making out with Cynthia on the steps, wouldn't you have recognized your own boyfriend?
Exactly.
Like, girl, think that through.
Because obviously Cynthia's engaged. She was also making out with another dude. So I don't see why she would be into Baba.
Exactly.
Because obviously there's something going on here.
Oh, is she related? Wait, so it's her aunt, right?
Yeah, Dorothy's her aunt.
So that would make the one dude not.
Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert. His name's so ridiculous. Sorry to all Herberts out there. I just. But, so Herbert, what if she's having an affair with Herbert? And Herbert's just trying to get that bag?
But the thing is, in the will that they proclaim, Cynthia has to do anything for the family, and she's forced to give up her whole life for the family. And Dorothy gets the whole business because they're jewelers. They're rich jewelers.
So
Obviously.
Cynthia didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Oh, what if her and Herbert are plotting to kill her aunt? And then Herbert gets everything because he's married to her aunt, and then Herbert marries her, and then she gets everything? I'm so smart. Anyways, you're following Baba and Cynthia down a back alley because Ota somehow. You believe Ota.
Yeah, you believe that Baba's cheating. So later that night, you tell Baba about your day, and he gets jealous that you were with Ota all day long. Of course, because Baba has been there for one of the times that Ota has confessed.
Mm-hmm.
So then he asks you on a date, but you're getting insecure and start to think that something's going on because he didn't bring up him going out with Cynthia.
Of course.
Which I don't know why he would bring that up since he literally went to her house.
Exactly.
He was at her house. Why would he bring her up? Of course he would think. Yeah.
Of course, assume that he was at her house, so they were together.
Yeah, he would assume that you would know that they had seen each other, had to talk to each other, because the will is her father's will. Yeah. Episode 5. You guys go to the Coliseum, and Alba starts acting out like the movie again. And I don't know why I put Roman Holiday, but oh yeah, the movie's called Roman Holiday.
Oh, okay.
Baba wants to kiss you, but you say it's too much. And you see, after you go to the bathroom and come back, you see Baba talking to a woman and assume she's hitting on him. And it turns out he was telling the woman about you.
That your jealousy backfired, didn't it? Wow. Who would have thought?
They were talking in Italian, so you don't know what the heck they were saying.
Oh.
Unfortunately. And the thing is, she thought that you were his sister because you seem immature. And
Dang.
he does tell you that she said that she thinks you look childish.
Dang.
And then, so the lady goes back, he says in Italian that she thinks that you don't suit Baba because you're immature and he's more mature than her. And I'm just here like, yeah, he's 35.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest.
So to prove that you guys are like an actual couple to the lady, he kisses you in front of her.
Slay. Go, Baba.
And you try to push him away. Yeah. So then he has to explain to you that he kissed you because because the woman wouldn't leave or believe that he was actually dating you unless he kissed you to show that you guys are actually a couple. Yeah, and Baba's the problem here.
Maybe we just need to nix the MC.
Honestly, MC needs to go to therapy about her problems and insecurity.
For real. She has some sort of issues.
She has low self-esteem.
Very low self-esteem.
Yeah. So then you guys go to the Mouth of Truth together. And you know about the Mouth of Truth, right? So it's like a giant monument with a mouth. It's an open mouth, and then you're supposed to put your hand in. And superstition has it that if you like tell a lie, the mouth will bite you.
Okay.
Because you have to put your hand in, and then somebody will ask you a question, and you can't lie. That's why it's called the Mouth of Truth. It's basically based off of fear that you're gonna get bitten by a statue.
That your hand's gonna get crushed.
Yeah. So then, at the Mouth of Truth, you ask him if the blonde turned him on. Yeah. Yeah. The blonde from Paris. And then also the blonde that you met a few moments ago. Even though he literally kissed you to prove whatever.
You're so jealous.
And then he asked you if you hesitated when Ayase and Ota confessed to you. Yeah. So, as a last question, you ask him if he would quit being a thief for you. And Baba gets super serious and he tells you that he would do anything for you. And then he pretends that he got bitten. So you don't know what his real answer is, if he would actually quit being a thief for you.
My guess is no. I wouldn't expect someone to do that. That's literally how he's rich, girl.
Yeah. But, this is Baba. He probably would quit being a thief for you. Because he's a decent person. You don't deserve it. This story just makes me sit here and be like, you deserve Ota. You don't deserve Baba.
Not in the slightest.
All the trust issues. He has to constantly remind you that he loves you.
Like, girl, get over yourself. Grow up. Go to therapy.
He's giving Jade West, but not mean.
For real.
And at least Jade was valid in her reasoning to be jealous.
Exactly. Instead, MC is just making everything up in her head.
Yeah. And then she's just like, he can't talk to any woman that's not her friends. And even then, you still kind of get upset when he talks about people that's not your friend, that are your friends.
She's just so controlled.
It's terrible.
It's the worst.
So Baba ends up having to bail on you for dinner due to like having to work. Mm-hmm. And you end up eating with Aizuke and Ota.
How convenient.
Yeah. And Isaac's sitting here like, where's everybody at? Why is it just me, you, and Ota?
He's over here like, where's my husband, Soru? Where's my husband?
And then he complains about Carolina stealing him. But he would rather be here with you guys than with her.
Dang. That says something.
Yeah. We don't need to get into how much they hate Carolina.
No. We know. We're well aware.
Yeah, we're well aware. Ayase's there too, drinking his life away because he's heartbroken. Alcoholism.
Who? Just
turns out that man is there with the dude who is making out with Cynthia on the Spanish steps.
T. Who is it? Is it Herbie boy? Is it Herbs?
No.
Dang it. I was dead. I was like, I am so smart. That's gotta be what's happening.
Isaac's sitting there like, oh, damn, she a cheater? That's new. I wasn't expecting that.
He's over here like, plot twist.
It's
like...
And Ota's like...
It's like in Greece during summer nights. They're like, tell me more, tell me more.
And Ota's like, I ain't surprised. I knew she ain't shit. She may look innocent, but I know she's not.
Dang. He's calling her bluff.
So I also tells him that they're both wrong. Marcus, the dude he was drinking with, is Cynthia's real boyfriend, and he used to work for her until Dorothy took over the jewelry place. Ayase found him while stalking Baba, and you start to think that Baba knows about the forced engagement, so you run off to find him. Yeah,
What, do you think he's gonna crash it or something?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on through your mind.
You run off
Episode-
in the middle of Italy where you don't know where you are.
yeah,
Human traffickers out everywhere.
I mean, like, are you serious? You don't even speak Italian, so it's not even like you could save yourself. And you barely speak English.
Oh, so you're screwed. Good job, girl.
Ayase, episode 6, Ayase follows you out and reminds you that this ain't Japan.
As you should.
You can't just run out in the middle of the night to go find people. This is the West.
People kill people.
It's not as bad as America, but it's still, you can't just be going out.
Exactly.
I mean, like, I know I used to go out at like 10 p.m. in Japan, but you can't be doing that in other countries.
Especially not here. Oh my gosh. I get scared leaving my house at 8 p.m.
I get scared leaving my house in the daytime.
You're so real for that.
Yeah, so I also have a GPS tracker on Baba already. He put it on him when he gave you up that night when he had his mental breakdown over not being able to have you.
See, I still think he's more into Baba. I don't think this is about work.
Baba's at the Trevi Fountain because he knew that the tracker was on him already. And he was just wearing it because he was waiting for Ayase. And he tells Ayase to arrest him. And that he wants Ayase to use the money to save Cynthia from being forced to marry this random dude. Yeah, I will never not say this whole story is just emotional cheating.
It really is. I'd break up with him.
Yeah. I'm not on MC's side for most of the story, but like
in this instance,
parts like this, yeah.
In this instance,
and the thing
I'm all on her side. Any other time, But right now, boy.
The thing is, it's not even like Cynthia's asking him to do this.
He's just doing it.
But yeah, Baba thinks that this is all happening because he broke his promise 10 years ago.
Oh my god, that's superstitious fuck.
And he thinks that Ayase will benefit from this as well because, I mean, like, he finally caught Baba.
Maybe he cannot be
I mean, I understand why he's doing all this because, I mean, but at the same time, I don't think I could be traumatized by leaving someone I was going to elope with to the point where I will go to jail forever for them.
Me neither. No matter
like,
how I am.
Like, I understand it, but at the same time, I would never. This like, is stupid.
Like, you've been evading arrest this whole time. When, give me a minute, my brain flatlined. When your girlfriend needed help, you just helped her. You didn't turn yourself in and were like, okay, use the money to help her. No. So why is it that I'm not here for this, Baba? I was on your side.
Like, you're doing something for someone you haven't seen and haven't had a relationship with for 10 years.
And she's your ex, no less.
Ex-fiance at that.
Exactly.
And the thing is, she's moving on. She's about to date somebody. She's about to marry somebody else.
Not only marry someone else, but she's dating someone else.
Exactly. And she's very happy with the other dude she's dating.
Like, why are you doing all this? Calm down. I made a flower out of hair clips.
So instead of arresting Baba, Ayase punches him in the face and tells Baba to think about who he'll leave behind if Ayase arrests him. And if he wants to repeat the same mistakes.
I'm here for Ayase. Let's go, my man. I'm here for you.
And then Ayase calls himself dumb for following Baba all the way to Italy and tells Baba to go clean himself off. And then he leaves.
Damn.
So then Baba tells you he'll make you unhappy just like he made Cynthia unhappy.
Boy, shut
And
up. I'm so done with you.
yeah, I'm so done with this bullshit too.
Can we fast forward? Happy ending. Woo woo.
You remind Baba that you chose to be with him and that he chose to be with you, and you're not Cynthia.
Period.
And you love him as he is, but not really, because you don't really love that man as he is. You want him to be only into you.
And never talk to any female to ever exist, ever.
Yeah. So Marcus kind of fills Ota and Isaac in on the whole story. Turns out Dorothy played a hand in Cynthia's father's death.
That bitch.
And Herbert was previously married to a rich woman, and he had mafia ties.
I knew it. I knew he was sleazy. I called him from the jump.
Yeah. Cynthia was supposed to take over, but there was a big dispute after Dorothy hired all of Cynthia's employees. And the next day is the wedding, so now you have to stand in for Cynthia before the wedding while Baba and Cynthia look for the real Will. Yeah.
Are they just not gonna? Why do you look like every basic bitch that you can stand in for them?
You have the same height and build.
That's the excuse every time.
Yeah.
First, that mafia daughter.
And I'm just sitting here like, I can't relate. I'm 4'11".
I can't relate either. I'm 5'7". We're like we're complete opposites, but in the sense that we can never match with that.
I can't match this height, weight, build thing. This is taking me out completely.
No, literally. Not to mention, I'm as white as the curtains behind me.
Also, I'm just so confused.
How are you Japanese standing in for an Italian woman and nobody's noticing?
She's a red-haired, green-eyed Italian woman.
Ota must be putting that work in with those masks and stuff. Because that's the
At least with the mafia princess, you could it could work.
Yeah, all you had to do was change your attire.
Exactly, because you're both Asian. You may not look the same, but you're both Asian, so you it can pass. But she is a white woman. Yeah, so you're in the bedroom, you have the veil on, so nobody can see your face.
You can see, I never understood that, because you can see through veils.
I don't know.
See through veils.
I don't know.
You can see.
Yeah, so it's an hour right before, and you're there, you're waiting, and you end up getting taken to the wedding because they didn't come back yet. They haven't come back yet.
Damn.
And the servants take you to the wedding hall and everything. Episode 7.
How many episodes are there?
8?
Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot the sequels are shorter.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounds like we're getting towards the end now, and I wasn't prepared.
Yeah. So you're still pretending to be Cynthia while the wedding vows are being said. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all went through the whole wedding ceremony, and now y'all are saying your vows.
I don't care if I'm helping my man. No!
We get to the kiss the bride point.
So y'all are already legally married.
You're legally married to another man.
I bet Bob is so happy.
And I don't think it's ever brought up again.
Okay. You're just legally married to another man, doesn't matter.
Technically, you're legally married to another man in Italy, but, whatever.
It's okay. At least you have a fallback. That's
terrible. But that is when Baba comes into the room with Cynthia and tells the groom he's going to marry you instead. Yeah, but technically you're already legally married.
Yeah, you're well past the shall anyone object part.
Y'all went through the whole ceremony.
Y'all said your I do's, okay? That's binding.
Yeah, you said I do.
You said I do?
Yes, and I don't understand how nobody understood it was you were a different person.
You
speak broken.
How the hell did you say I do?
You speak broken Italian. How did nobody understood? That's one of like the what is it called?
Why is that one of the
Emerg-
like phrases you know?
yeah, that's one of the emergency words you learned, and I'm just here like nobody, nobody clocked that this may not be the same person. Like
People
the voices don't sound the same. Yeah. So they say they found the real will, which left Cynthia the family business, and it was hidden in what Baba said was Dorothy's nightstand. But Dorothy was like, "Ha, that's not right. You didn't actually get it. It was in my a drawer in the library."
you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Turns out Baba was wearing a hidden mic when she said that, and Mamoru goes to get the real will. Ah,
So that's why he wanted Mimmer.
pretty much
So
just
he knew this shit all along?
no, he didn't know about the marriage the whole time.
Not
He
the Mimmer.
figured it out pretty quickly.
I'm saying the fake will. Cause
Yeah, he pretty much knew about the fake will the whole time.
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Because he was like, this doesn't sound right. Cynthia's father loved her. Why would he give everything to Dorothy? Which, I mean, that was 10 years ago, but whatever, dude. Whatever you say.
A lot can change in 10 years.
So, in the real will, Cynthia and the employees get all the assets of, yeah, all the assets. Which, I mean, like, these business people are so good to their employees.
They really are. Like, can y'all send some of them over here, please?
Like, this is so unrealistic.
It really is.
And of course, Herbert reveals that he married Dorothy for money.
Of course. That was
Yeah,
a
because
surprise. I clocked that from the beginning.
he was like, "You're broke? You don't have any money? What the hell am I married to you for?"
I mean, he's not wrong. I'd question that too.
Yeah. So the gang is upset because they lost out of $50 million, while you're just happy that Cynthia is happy. You and Bob are just happy for them.
I'm so happy for them. So happy.
And then Ayase busts in trying to arrest Baba. Baba picks you up bridal style and tells Cynthia this is goodbye forever, and that she needs to be happy because he's not going to see her ever again. And then he jumps out the church window with you.
The church window. He better not have broken the stained glass window. I swear to God.
This is a church on their property, so
Okay, so it's not special.
yeah.
I was about to say, this is bro. Okay, they got them nice ass stained glass windows and shit in the churches. If he would have broken that shit, I would have thrown a fit. I did
So
not
now,
an entire semester learning about stained glass for this, okay?
so now everybody's outside, and you guys are like, "How are we gonna get away? How are we gonna get out of here?" So Baba's like, "Let's steal the wedding convertible, because they have like the wedding convertibles that you put the little cans on, and like it says just hitched on the back."
They have convertibles specifically for that?
Yeah, they do wedding convertibles.
I
That's what, like a
I come from a poor family. After weddings, we go to a pub.
I mean, I've only been to one wedding in my life, so, but I do know about that tradition.
I did not know of that.
I've seen it on TV multiple times. Yeah, so there's a convertible, and then Cynthia shows up. Not Cynthia, but Carolina.
Oh, this
Yes,
bitch.
yes. Carolina shows up looking for Soru, and they're like, "Great, she's here!" So they all get into her van. The rest of the people, everybody else, get into her van. And she's like yelling because she's like, "I didn't want you guys here. What are you doing getting in the van? I'm just looking for Soru."
I'm just looking for the man. Give me a man.
Yeah, Mamoru is over here hiding his face the whole time because he doesn't want Ayase to see him. He's just over here because somebody asked him, he's like, "Why are you hiding your face?" And he's just like, I don't want Ayase to see me. He can't see me. I can't be here."
He's like, I don't like that man. Please keep him away from me.
No, because you forgot he's a cop.
I keep forgetting that man's a cop.
Yeah, they work in the same. They work in the same place.
Dang.
We love having a bad cop around.
A tainted cop.
So then you guys get in the convertible, and Baba promises to always steal you away until you marry him.
That's so corny.
I mean, it's Baba.
Yeah, hopeless romantic.
So, the happy ending.
Happy ending.
Several days later, you're at work eating with the girls, and turns out you forgot to buy them all souvenirs. You were just going through so much at the time. I don't know why you couldn't buy them souvenirs when you were hanging out with Ota all day.
When you were sightseeing all day, had all that time for like what, 3 days? You were gone for a month.
Yeah.
You were such a lot.
You forgot to take pictures too, and everything else. Which I don't know how you forget to take pictures, but whatever. The next day, you tell Baba about it on your date, and turns out the code with Cynthia in the will, it happened to be her parents' wedding day. Their wedding day backwards, and the treasure that was hidden was just mementos and a letter from her dad. And also in there was like a wedding dress that her mom wore and a tiara.
That's so cute.
For her to wear.
That is
Yeah. Talk about great dad.
for real. Biggest supporter right there. We love.
Baba tells you that he wants Cynthia to be happy, and she's still sending him letters, updating him on life. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So you guys go out on your little date, and he takes you to the farm.
A farm?
The plantation farm that he grew up on. Yeah. Yeah. He wanted to take you there. Turns out the plantation farm is owned by a company now, and he brought you there to reevaluate his life. Don't know why you had to reevaluate at the plantation farm, but you did.
Baba, I was rooting for you. But I'm just getting the ick right now.
I don't think I could go to that. I don't think I could do that. I'd have to break up with you right then and there.
If you said, "Oh, we're going on a surprise date," and you take me to a plantation,
Technically, it's just a farm, but it's a plantation.
yeah, nope, no, I'm good.
You were working out in the fields like a slave. It's a plantation. Quit using a nice word and calling it a farm.
Exactly. And like, why did you need to go back there?
To reevaluate his life.
He can do that without going back there.
Yeah, he really can.
That's like me saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go visit my mom so that I can reevaluate my life." No.
So you tell Baba to go look for the thief that saved him, because that man is a part of Baba, and that you love Baba no matter what, because Baba was planning to stop being a thief. He was planning to give up for you. He was gonna give it all up for you. So then you give Baba the key cover you bought him in not Paris, but Italy, because that's the only thing you bought.
So you can buy him a souvenir, but you can't buy anyone else a souvenir?
Apparently not. And he promised to give you a house key, and then he starts imagining living with you. Then he gives you a present.
Oh,
He puts a ring on it.
like engagement?
Turns out the ring is actually a present from Cynthia and Marcus. And it's a one-of-a-kind ring, though. A one-of-a-kind, original design. It's a promise ring.
Okay.
Until he can get you an engagement ring.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's how promise rings normally work.
Yeah. And then later on, he wants to take a bath with you. And you're too embarrassed. And Baba's like, girl, really? What do you mean you're embarrassed?
I'm glad he called it out.
And then you ask for him to turn off the lights, and he's like, no. Declined. Request denied. So man quickly strips you, goes on about how you're gorgeous, how he wants to see all of you, yada yada.
We love that.
Getting hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy with the kisses, and y'all haven't even gotten in the tub yet.
Dang.
Yeah, because man was like kissing all down your back and everything. It's just, damn.
Man was obsessive.
Yeah, and y'all fuck all night. That's the end.
Yay. We love that.
Good ending.
Good end.
Good ending, you don't go to a plantation.
Good.
So after work, you go to the penthouse and you find out Isaac made a business deal with Herbert, which I'm not surprised. Isaac took an opportunity when he saw one. It's Isaac.
Yeah.
Toru still does not see Caroline as a woman. She is still a thing to him. Well, she's less than a thing to him, but
Dang.
Is Soru. We're going to use his bad behavior.
Because we love him.
We love him just a little too much not to excuse it. Yeah, we're sympathizers. Ota acknowledges that Carolina's love for Soru is the reason that they all escape, though. But, they don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac's also concerned about Baba's reputation getting ruined after he failed to get the treasure. And Baba doesn't care.
Slay.
And so in this version, the code is a cryptogram, which is still the same thing, and he didn't get told what was the treasure in this version because he was like, that's not none of my business. It's for you anyways.
As he should, because it's not his business. She's not his.
And Soru's over here about to fight. He's like, what do you mean you don't know what the treasure is? What do you mean you have the code? Didn't ask anything about it. Didn't give me any money. I wasted all this time with Carolina, and for what?
He was like, listen, I need emotional distress funding, okay?
So you give him the key cover, and then you guys sit on the porch of his house. Yeah, I was when I was editing, we had a whole long thing about how he's not homeless. It's not a long thing, it's like a minute long, but it felt long.
We're sitting there talking for a minute about how he might be homeless and how he actually isn't homeless.
Yes. So, he thanks you for helping with Cynthia.
Okay.
And he reevaluates his life, which he could have done that on the porch in the happy ending too, instead of doing it at the plantation.
I don't know why he decided to go to a plantation of all places. Like, dude, have better standards.
And then you promise to never leave him lonely, and you guys stargaze.
How
so lovely. Instead of making breakfast for you, he wants he wants you to eat him for breakfast.
Sounds like Baba. Okay.
And Baba tells you that he'll basically give you anything you want. And that morning, like, after he tells you all this, you end up seeing the ring already on your finger. And you're like, where did this ring come from?
Not man slipping it like he's slipping a drug.
And Baba tells you that he put the ring on after you passed out from everything last night.
Okay. I see you, Baba.
And then Baba takes you to a cafe where he starts to chase down he takes you to a cafe, and then as you guys are leaving, he's about to chase down this pickpocket, but Ayase gets to him first, and Ayase notices you guys, and he curses his life because he has to fight a pickpocket while y'all are out on a date.
Dang. Ayase can't win. The poor guy.
It's so sad because he has to see y'all on a date, and then he has to actually fight a pickpocket off at the same time.
His life is just not going the way he wants it to.
When that's all over, Ayase wants you to love him, but he won't say it. He's not gonna like openly contest against Baba unless like you say it.
Yeah, of course.
And Baba shuts that down immediately, which embarrasses Ayase. And
don't hate the player.
Then, because he got embarrassed, Ayase vows to not give up on you and declares Baba as his rival for work and love.
This man is just obsessed with Baba.
And you're excited about this. Yeah, you're excited about these two men fighting over you.
Sick and twisted. And twisted!
So, Epilogue 1.
Woo!
The Ichionoma group is holding this prestigious overnight employee training course. And you're chosen to go as a representative. Erica's mad that you have to go because she's like, why? She's only been here for like, what, a year or two? Kenzai shuts that down. You're still going.
Slay.
So, none of the lounge guys know that you're going on this trip. And they just kind of assume that you're vacationing with Baba. Yeah. And then they're flabbergasted that you're going on this top employee course trip.
Even Izuku?
No, not Isaac. Isaac confirms that he played no part in like you getting this job.
Oh, well, that's good.
So Ota congratulates you on the fact that there is no favoritism at play here.
Oh my gosh. He's like,
Yeah.
congrats, you're most definitely not the favorite.
Congrats, you're getting no favoritism. People actually think you do good work.
Congrats, you surprised us all.
The fact that they were all confused that you were going already tells me all that I need to know about how good you are at work.
Literally. Because, like, if you were good at your job, they would not be confused.
It's favoritism that you're even working in the penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not favoritism that you got this job, but whatever. Isaac still ends up giving you special permission to be on your phone during work anyways. Because Baba, just in case Baba calls and he might, like, be in trouble or something. So you get special permission there. Because he loves you.
Ew. Gross.
Plus, Baba was already calling you and he was just calling you to, congratulate you.
Aww.
And they're like, I gave you special permission for him to just call you to congratulate you.
What did they expect to happen?
I don't know. I don't know why they're not used to the fact that Baba and you have like this sappy love life.
Exactly. You think by now they'd be like, yep, this is normal.
A sappy love life built on fake trust.
Extremely fake trust.
Fake trust and insecurity.
But who are we to judge?
So when you get to the seminar, there's a special guest at the seminar.
At the seminar. Sorry.
At the seminar. I don't know why I said it like that.
It's funny.
It happens to be Mitsunari Baba. And he's pretending that he came from the same hotel as you. Baba came to the seminar because he missed you and lied about having important documents to give you so he could make out with you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is the level of obsession we expect from most men nowadays.
So while Baba was in London, he got a lead on the thief from a friend who is also from the orphanage, and she's a thief as well, but she doesn't steal the same thing as him.
Okay.
So they don't usually see each other much, but they're still in the same profession.
Yeah.
And you get upset that the thief friend is a woman, and Baba has to reassure you and remind you that he asked Isaac to come to the seminar to see you. I'm confused as to why you're so upset that the thief friend is a woman, even though, I mean, like, this man literally told you, I was in the orphanage with this woman.
Yeah, he's literally sitting there and telling you, we basically grew up as siblings.
Basically. And they don't even talk to each other that much. He literally tells you that you guys don't do this same work, so he doesn't really talk to her. So, epilogue 2, you have to do hands-on cleaning at the seminar to increase your specialized knowledge. And of course, you're partnered with Baba the first day because you guys are quote unquote from the same hotel. And you find it hard to work with him.
Because he's attractive, or?
You find it hard to work with him because you think Baba's treating this more like a vacation than like a work trip.
Well, yeah, it is a vacation to him.
I mean, yeah. And you're nearly lured into making out with Baba. And he's like, I've gotten rusty because you didn't make out with me.
It's not him calling himself rusty. Baba.
And despite him constantly messing around, he does do his work 100%.
I expect nothing less. I mean, that man is nothing but dedicated.
And you're impressed by that, but you're also irritated too by the fact that he does 100% even though he messes around.
Why?
I don't know. I get pissed off about this too because I'm just here like, just because you can't multitask and can't do anything without putting like zeroing in on every single little thing, and he can still concentrate on doing his work while doing other things, doesn't mean you should be mad at him.
Exactly. Reevaluate yourself.
Like, dang.
Sharpen your skills. Maybe that's why you don't get any like raises or anything, and why you needed special treatment just to get up in the penthouse.
So Baba's also popular with everybody at the seminar, and so is this woman named Kyo. Kyoko, and you're upset that they're partners for the hospitality contest. Mind you, it's a random draw that they're partners. You're upset about it. And Baba's a little worried because you're like going to your partner Kigo's room alone and you're having your meeting in his room. And then you bring up his partner and he's like, okay, who
Yeah,
is she?
he's over here like, I didn't go into a room alone with her.
Yeah, because he's having his meeting with her in the common room area.
Mm-hmm.
And you're over here bringing up how pretty she is. And he's like, who is she? I don't know this woman. But you're going to your partner's room to have your meeting.
That's suspicious.
Yeah. And Kigo's from America. Yeah. So later on, you start gushing about your partner and how lucky you are to have him, which makes Baba get up and leave because he's like, okay, gotta go. Deuces.
Yeah, that's no. No, no, no.
You're confused. And Kigo tries to convince you to come to America and work with him in America. Please don't come to America.
No, please stay over there.
During the contest, something gets into your eye, so Kigo ends up cupping your face and dabbing your eye with a handkerchief, and you're fine with this. I would have never been fine with it because that's a little too close.
Yeah, no. I would have taken care of it myself.
Even as even as an American, that's a little too close. Like,
Exactly.
why are you cupping my face? Why
America,
is this man?
you're not like people enough to do all that.
Like, I know some people say Americans are like touchy feely, but at the same time, we're not going around cupping people's faces,
That we don't
dabbing their faces with handkerchiefs. Like, even if I do know you for like a day, I'm not going to do that.
know exactly.
That's weird.
Very much so.
So then Baba ends up stepping in and trying to get in between you and Kigo because he was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And have I been calling him Kigo?
Yeah.
Kingo. That's what his name is. Kingo challenges Baba about the competition and calls you and him a cute pair. Yeah.
Baba's gonna commit murder.
Baba's pissed off. And then to add insult to injury, Kingo puts his arm around you. But he does leave peacefully. Baba does leave peacefully in this situation and he doesn't make a fuss about it.
Baba's better than me. Hands would have been thrown.
Yeah, stuff like this makes me forgive Baba for the whole Cynthia thing.
Cause why are you letting this happen?
Cause he never went this far.
Yeah.
Their interactions were emotionally charged, but at the same time he never actively did anything with Cynthia.
Yeah.
And you're just chill with this dude doing all of this. Because you're like, he's American.
I don't care. I don't let nobody touch me.
Absolutely not. So, epilogue 3. We're almost done.
Yippee!
That night, you're studying in your room, and Baba shows up, and you go on and on about Kingo. And Baba's like, hey, Kingo's all touchy feely. And you're like, yeah, because he's American. And he's like, okay, I'll let it pass, but okay. He's super annoyed, even if he is American.
Would be too. I do
Because
not.
Baba's obviously been to America.
Yeah.
Because that's where he met Ota. So Baba offers to help you get better with English. Because he wants you to win the competition. He doesn't really care. This ain't his main job.
Yeah. This is just him doing this for fun.
He's doing it for you.
Yeah.
And Baba teaches you pronunciation by making out with you.
He said, let me take claim. So every time you work on your pronunciation, you think of me.
Yep, he was like, let me teach you how to roll your R's.
We don't roll R's in English.
Yeah. I think he was telling you not to roll your R's or something. It had something to do with the R's. In your tongue.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
I mean, even in America, we don't speak English, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a different English for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, your lessons, your quote unquote lessons, last all night long.
Okay. You
You of course win the contest because of your smiles. Yeah, that's what the judge said. You guys won because of your smiles, not because of your work or anything technical.
that's whack.
Yeah, but you end up seeing Baba surrounded by women at the after party, so you go into the hallway to
No.
kind of get away from all of it.
Did you not learn the last time you went down a random hallway? That's how you.
So only for Baba to find you and tell you that y'all are going home right now. He is done.
Okay.
He's done with all this shit.
Yes, sir. Take charge.
And then he told you that he had also told the director that you were leaving too and that you were sick.
Dang.
Yeah. Baba takes you to his place, and man is ready to fuck.
He's got to take claim. That American man. That
And
stupid.
then he tells you he's not going to be gentle with you either.
Okay. No complaint here. Go ahead, Mr. Sir.
Afterwards, he apologizes for how rough he was, and instead you ask him about how strange he's been lately. Yeah. And Baba tells you that he's been acting strange because he was just jealous of Kingo. And Baba admits that he gets anxious. Anxious? Anxious? Yes. He gets anxious when you're not together because he travels a lot and he leaves you alone.
He's got separation anxiety.
And then he apologizes again for being aggressive and needing to know that you were still his. Man is guilt ridden for leaving you.
Aww.
You admit that you thought he didn't mind not seeing you for months because of traveling. And while he's popular, you're like, you don't need to see me. I don't like that you don't care about not seeing me, even though he never made any claims or shown that he doesn't. Yeah, Baba's like the most he's like consistently the most obsessed with you.
Exactly. Very consistently outside of emotional cheating.
Yeah. And Baba ends up blaming himself for how you feel and you thinking that way because he thinks he's not trying hard enough.
Baba deserves so much better.
You guys both realize he felt lonely and jealous, and Baba has to reiterate that he loves you before telling you he has to leave again. Yeah.
And this whole time he's reassuring you, you don't reassure him that you only love him after allowing an American man to fawn all over you
Yeah.
and going out with Ota
Yeah.
and hesitating when Ayase confessed to you.
Yeah.
Miss Girl.
You guys kiss in the end. That is the end.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, that whole storyline, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Me neither. I give it a strong 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, it's very it it's very I mean, like I understand like where what it's trying to go for.
Yeah,
Like it's supposed to be like this needy man and like strong independent woman. It's like kind of the theme that they're trying to give.
but it's not giving.
Yeah, and then like there's also like we trust each other. There's no like bad things in our relationship, but at the same time it's like
It's very clear that there are
yeah,
no legitimate trust. It's just y'all saying you trust each other.
there's no legitimate trust coming from your side. Baba trusts you.
He just doesn't trust men.
Yeah, which I mean like
Completely fair.
look at it. Look at who his friends are. He just doesn't trust other men. He trusts you, which is why he never gets mad at you for like going on the date with Baba. I mean, going on the date with Ota, being confessed with by Ayase,
Mm-hmm.
by from the Kingo stuff. He never gets upset with you for all of that. But like at the same time,
You
you
act
did
it happen and then get mad at him for other women.
yeah. And at the same time, you have actively believed that he was cheating once. You've actively believed that he was going to see other girls while being with you. You've believed that he was going to just drop you and just go sleep around. And then every time he talks to a girl, you get upset and mad and think that he's cheating.
You need to.
Even when those girls are kids, teenagers, at his big 35-year-old self. He's not Drake.
You've been seeing all that stuff. It does not leave my For You page. I've been eating
Not either.
it up. I've been eating it up. A minor.
Nope, it doesn't leave my For You page at all.
I open TikTok and it's right there. Right there. And I'm like, yo, calm down, Kendrick. Calm down.
Like, Baba ain't over here looking for minors.
No, he's not playing A minor.
Man wasn't even interested in you at first because you acted too much like a child to him.
Exactly. So, yeah. I don't know. MC needs professional help.
Yeah. I mean, also when we get to Mammers route, it just feels Mammers route feels like you're a child and he's your dad, and you're just like on this trip together. It doesn't feel like an actual romantic route.
Oh no.
But that's I'm only on chapters what 5, 6 through 13.
So I guess we'll see how that develops.
Because he calls you a kid 95% of the time. He tells you that you have no sex appeal and you whine like a child all the time.
He's so real for that.
And like you are to a degree, I feel like your character is dumbed down more and more childlike. Because man, you start throwing the tantrum about how he doesn't tell you about the investigation he's doing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you get upset with him because he doesn't tell you about the investigation he's doing, even though he legally isn't supposed to, anyways.
You really
Since
are.
when do cops tell you about, like, their investigations?
Exactly. They don't even tell the people involved.
Exactly. But yeah, that's what we have next.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Baba remembers 30.
Dang.
Yeah.
So Baba's the oldest.
Yeah. 35.
I don't know how to feel about his. I love Baba, but come on. This second
Yeah.
sequel or whatever, I'm not here for it.
This would have been better if, what's her name? Cynthia was evil and was trying to ruin your relationship.
Yeah. That
And like,
it like emphasized like Baba lost feelings for her. Or she completely had no feelings for Baba. Instead of it being like, oh yeah, they clearly still have feelings for each other, but they're both with someone else now.
because like I feel like it should have been if the storyline was more of like Cynthia being like a terrible person and like him having to come to realize that she's not a good person.
Yeah.
And finally like the rose tinted glasses are like destroyed.
Yeah.
That would have been a better storyline.
I agree. If my storyline was true, where she was sleeping with Herbert and trying to get stuff from her aunt, I feel like I would have been more okay with it because I would have been like, okay, yeah, he's gonna notice like she's a terrible person and was just using him 10 years ago. But now it's kind of like with the storyline they provided, I just feel like it's kind of icky.
Yeah, because like turns out she's not a terrible person. She was forced to marry another dude, and like her cheating on the dude that she's engaged to was not bad because she never wanted to marry him in the first place.
Yeah.
And I'm just here like, it's still icky, but it's not framed as her being bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
It
Not
it
my
gives it gives Daenerys in Game of Thrones. I'm not sure if you saw it. Yeah, Daenerys was portrayed for like the first 7 seasons as like this great character, the best character ever. And then when season 8 comes along, she's like portrayed as like crazy, horrible, terrible person. And there was like no, it was like a giant jump instead of a progression.
Mhm.
And I feel like here it's like the exact opposite, where where Cynthia's portrayed as like this horrible person who's like cheating on her husband, and then there's like this giant jump. Suddenly, she's not the bad guy because she never wanted to marry him, and they were only talking because Baba wanted to apologize, and she was telling him about how she was forced into a marriage, and it makes her out to be like an innocent victim in all of this. That's how it comes off. The story comes off to me like it's redeeming her.
Yeah.
And making her feel like she's like the victim of Baba, while at the same time not actually making Baba seem like a bad person.
It's
Stop it.
it's very bleh.
Yeah. Because it's like they want to make both of them out to be the good guys in the situation, and you're more or less seen as like a bad guy for
Yeah,
like feeling the way you do about like this whole thing.
yeah. Which in some instances it was like, girl, you're just insane. But like, I'm sorry, but if my man was with his ex until midnight, no
And
thanks.
only showed up and only showed up because he only showed up to the fountain because Ota sent him a text telling him that he was going out with you that night.
Yeah, no. No thanks.
That's why he ended up showing up and knowing where you guys were.
Nope. I'm good.
So that means he would have been out with her longer.
If he had known.
Yeah, if Ota didn't do like a decent thing for once.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it wasn't really all that decent. He just was doing it to get a reaction.
Yeah. Well,
It's just not my favorite story. It's not a story I personally like.
I agree. I stand with you on. Okay, well, that was Baba.
Yeah, that was a sequel. Um,
Not a fan.
no, never. We'll get to Mamoru next.
Yippee.
Yay! Hopefully that whole relationship actually, because I've never read his sequel story or his epilogue, so I'm going into this just as blind as you are.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It doesn't turn out as a weird semi-pedophile thing.
it won't turn out as that because you're 25.
Well, I'm saying like a man who ends up being into someone even though he sees them as a child.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, he sees you as a child because of like the whole you have no sex appeal and you are a whiny brat.
Yeah. So maybe that changes. I doubt it.
Hopefully it changes, but I mean, he literally calls you kid.
We'll see.
I've been trying to figure out what to read next after
Mm.
um Briar and the Roses or Tangled in whatever it's called, which is another one where because that one is the next one because I love reading those stories. I've read it like 3 times already.
Okay.
Still love it. Still Richmond buying you, but you know,
Better.
better. It's much better because of the time period,
Okay.
which is more like 18 like early 1900s.
That makes sense why you love it then.
So it makes a lot more sense for you to actually be bought
Yeah.
and less weird
Yeah.
with these weird men. And they're actually can't say they're all not bad people, but for the most part they're decent people. They're not using you to like try to kill you off.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
They're all decent men who have decent lives. The worst part about them is that they go to like little brothels.
I mean, they're men
Yeah,
in the early 1900s.
they're all rich men who are like in their late 20s. I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
But yeah, that is it for us until next time.
Till next time.